The mouldy stick had suddenly been set aflame and quickly burned to a crisp. All that remained was a pile of ash and a small piece of the charred stick. The creature picked up the charred stick.
These runes look familiar somehow,
the small creature thought as it moved its hand over the carved surface.
This surely is a beautiful place. But why did the Elf Queen send me here?
The creature wondered as it looked out across the glimmering lake, doubting that there would be a place for someone such as it along its shores. After getting entangled in the fishing net for a while, the small creature finally managed to pick it up. The small creature reached out and grabbed the strange plants. The small creature placed the bulrush pods on the stone. As the bulrush began to smolder, a trail of smoke emerged and began its journey towards the sky. As the Alvor started to cough from the thick smoke, a thin trail of alv dust fell from one of them, forming a small pile on the ground. The small creature managed to scoop up the glowing pile of alv dust.
I hope they aren't poisonous.
The small creature thought to itself as it tried to find a way around the nettles. The small creature picked up the mysterious shell. The small creature said as loud as it could, trying to get the attention of the Natram up on the tree branch. Missing its right eye, the Natrum had to turn its head to see the creature.
Who are you?
The small creature asked politely, even though the Natrum hadn't responded to its greeting. The Natrum twitched its head back and forth to be able to study the creature thoroughly. Then it started to speak.
Yes, I can see your past. You are a very helpful creature. Kind, yes. Risen from the grave, familiar, yes. But the future, I cannot see. No. The future lies within the right eye. Yes, the right eye will tell you what is about to come. Once the right eye is back in the void, the future will reveal itself before your very eyes, yes.
The Natrum called out, clacking with its beak. With just a faint touch, the bark cracked and fell down into the small creature's hand. As the small creature reached the bottom of the well, it was welcomed by two glaring eyes, staring at it suspiciously.
Hello?
The small creature said, meeting the eyes' glaring gaze. The pair of eyes kept staring at the creature as if they were waiting for something. The creature could feel the eyes burrowing into it like daggers and began to look around the well to avoid the eyes' penetrating gaze.
You have a very nice home down here in the well,
the small creature said in an attempt to get the one on the wall to talk. Without having blinked once, the eyes were still maintaining their intense stare. After a moment of silence, the Brunscuba started to speak.
Well, aren't you going to say anything? You barge into my home, uninvited I might add, and you don't even have the manners to introduce yourself. Who do you think you are?
I did introduce myself.
The small creature mumbled, hurt by the Brunscuba's harsh accusation.
Not a day goes by without someone new falling down into my well. All you do is stare at me. It's rude, that's what it is. You think it's good manners to just come down here and do as you please? Where are the gifts? The knock on the lid and the water? Where is my damn water? I'm not much of a guardian with nothing to guard now, am I?
The Brunscuba muttered as he inspected the creature.
Can you hear me?
The small creature asked cautiously.
Bah! This one doesn't even understand it has, by far, overstayed its welcome.
The Brunscuba said to himself with a sigh.
Scram! Come back when you got something to say. You're a real eyesore.
I don't think he can hear me very well,
the small creature thought to itself as it glanced at the Brunscuba, still maintaining his terrifying gaze while mumbling to himself.
Can you hear me now?
The small creature asked as it placed the shell in the Brunscuba's ear.
What?
The Brunscuba's fierce stare disappeared abruptly upon the surprising discovery.
I haven't had any visitors speaking to me in a long time. Very well. Good manners is a rare thing these days. I suppose you could have one of the gifts I've been given over the years. Cherish it like I have, and you will surely find it useful one day.
I will. Thank you,
the small creature said with a humble bow. After much effort, the small creature managed to pull the shovel out of the ground. With the help of the shovel, the small creature managed to remove a large enough section of the nettles for it to pass through. A branch covered in berries came loose as the creature grasped it with its hand.
Hello there. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
The small creature said anxiously as it approached the alva on the stone, hoping that she would not turn away at the sight of it. The alva slowly looked up at the creature as she wiped away a tear rolling down her chin.
What's the matter?
The small creature asked as it tilted its head in wonder. The alva gave the creature a sad look before turning round to expose her wingless back.
I see.
The small creature said.
Please don't cry. Perhaps I can help you. Don't worry.
The alva clutched her hands together and looked at the creature with pleading eyes.
I might be in over my head this time. I hope I can keep my promise.
The creature thought as it slowly walked away. No, that's not how it happened. No, that's not how it happened.
I've never met someone as beautiful as her, but still she appears so sad.
The creature looked down at its tiny hands.
If there is some way for me to make her smile, I want to find it.
A glass bottle was floating on the lake, not giving in to the small waves' attempts to bring it to shore. Red toadstools had sprung up from the ground. A tree, old and robust, was standing at the edge of the lake. Along the bark there were peculiar rune inscriptions. no, no, that's not how it happened. 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 As the creature opened its mouth to introduce itself, Nacken began to speak. "Why, hello there, little one. Who might you be?" Nacken said with a charming smile. The creature began, but Nacken quickly interrupted. "Aren't you a talkative little one?"
But
The small creature tried, but Nacken interrupted once more. "Is there anything you can do besides staring like an imbecile?" Nacken continued, now with a snide smirk on his face. "Just stare at me. Stare like those pesky Alvor swirling around in the trees with their magic, flaunting their melodies as if they think them to be better than mine. Preposterous! The lake is my domain, and mine alone. If only I could leave the water, I might be able to get a hold of their secrets," Nacken muttered as he stroked his chin in thought. "Anyway, my problems with the Alvor are none of your business. Why don't you use your tiny little feet and skip away out of my sight, like a little bunny? Hop, hop!" Nacken exclaimed, making a waving gesture towards the small creature. The small creature poured the glowing alv dust into the lake. "This feeling, I can feel them, their power coursing through me. Maybe you aren't as useless as I thought. Here's, a bottle for your troubles. I'm sure you can use it for whatever it is you do," Nacken said with a sarcastic look. "You may still be able to prove yourself slightly competent. Get me one of their melodies. I want to see for myself just what makes their songs so captivating. Your reward will be greater next time."
If it's not too much trouble, do you think you could share your beautiful song with me?
The small creature asked nervously. The wingless Alva's face lit up for a moment, giving the creature a slight nod before writing down the notes on the paper. Now, this is surprising. I didn't actually think you could obtain something like this, Nakan said, seemingly impressed by the melody written on the note sheet. Very well. I suppose you have earned somewhat of a reward. Look into the shallow water at your feet. There should be something suitable buried in the sand. As the creature searched the bottom, it found a large mussel. Now I don't have time for you anymore. With this melody and my ability, I'll be able to surpass all others. As Nakan disappeared into the murky water, a subtle violin could be heard stemming from the depths of the lake. Using the iron ring, the creature was able to break the mussel. As it shattered, a gleaming pearl was revealed. The creature reached down and picked up the exposed pearl.
The void has been closed, and once again the coming times are mine to behold.
The Natrum croaked as it stared into the distance.
Your future is dark, yes, tumbling down into nothingness. The darkness swallows you whole, yes. There is more. Crumbling, yes. Crumbling, and then a light shining through the darkness. Escape quickly. Escape the darkness, or it will swallow you once again.
The Natrum went silent as it once again stared into the distance. As the Natrum finished its foretelling of the small creature's fate, it spread its wings and flew away over the trees, bringing the conversation to an abrupt end. During its departure, the Natrum had shook off two of its black feathers that slowly fell to the ground.
Maybe I can use these to help the sad Alva,
the creature said, watching the Natrum's silhouette grow smaller and smaller before disappearing amongst the treetops. Using the sticky mucus, the creature was able to glue together the two feathers.
Yes, perhaps this will do,
it thought, proud of its creation.
Here you go. Wings.
the small creature said cheerfully, and held out its creation. The alva gave the two feathers glued together by the snail mucus a doubtful look.
Try them on,
the small creature exclaimed. The alva stood up and tried to put the wings on her back, but they just fell to the ground. They were simply too heavy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will bring you something else.
The small creature stuttered, its face turning slightly red. The alva let out a disappointed sigh and once more sat down on the stone, resting her head in her tiny hands.
The toadstools are spreading rapidly. If nothing is done, they'll cover both me and my well. Stop them, I beg you.
The broomscooper let out a calm sigh at the sight of the nettles.
That should do the trick, at least for a while.
The broomscooper looked at the creature.
You need to escape this place. You can't stay here. The toadstools will soon engulf this part of the forest. Hurry! Flee while you still can.
As the creature turned around, it noticed the increasing amount of ominous toadstools beginning to move a bit too close for comfort. Heeding the broomscooper's warning, it decided to find a way to leave the lake.
The sad alva.
The small creature suddenly remembered.
Without wings, she won't be able to escape by herself.
The hag was tenderly staring her hot concoction, only stopping briefly to look up at her scrawny younglings. In her hand she held the wingless alva, ominously dangling her back and forth beside the large cauldron. The hag prefers to build her nest on top of tall mountains, spreading her vile magic throughout the surrounding areas, infecting plant and creature alike. If you happen to come upon one of her minions, be wary not to get caught, as they will surely bring you before her.
Hello? Would you please put her down? You're hurting her.
The small creature said warily, but got no response. cauldron was filled with a boiling brew, shifting between various colors. The creature filled the bottle with a fresh batch of the hag's colorful brew.
Something seems to be missing,
The creature said as it watched the colorless brew. As the creature fed the warm brew to the squeaking chick, it coughed up a decomposing part of a previous meal. Upon being fed, the chick quietened down, and a content look came over its previously agitated face. Meanwhile, the creature took the opportunity to quickly grab the smelly ingredient off of the ground. As the fire blazed, sparks from the embers landed on the hag's foot, igniting the flammable brew. Aggravated by the burn, she quickly released the wingless alva from her clutch, turning her attention towards the small creature.
I'd better hurry.
It exclaimed, feeling the hag's rage building. As soon as the alva fell from the hag's grasp, the creature saw its chance, and with the tiny being on its shoulder, tumbled down into the safety of the mountain. As their eyes slowly became accustomed to the darkness, a massive cave opened up before them. The creature beheld it in silence for a while, before remembering its new acquaintance.
Are you all right?
It asked. The alva gave the creature a faint smile, removing a couple of pebbles from her fragile hands.
At least she won't be able to get us down here. Why do you think she was so interested in you?
The alva tilted her head, apparently as puzzled as the small creature.
Well, no matter now. I guess we need to explore these caves for another exit.
The creature said.
I still have a promise to keep, don't I?
The wingless alva looked up at the creature, her glow slightly more vibrant than before.